NSJT, no secrets, just truth. Jezreel Emil Kavan. The importance of wisdom is so that we may not get lost in our own understanding, so that we can lean on the understanding of the Father, so that we can be rebirthed in the knowledge of Him, so that we may pass through the fire of baptism and become pure and clean in spirit and heart. Our mind must be able to travel from beyond these shores of earth, beyond the realm of this world, and travel into the realm of the Almighty. Now you have heard me say before that I will follow in the shadow of the Almighty at any time, for any cost, for He is my master. He is my teacher. He is the foundation of my faith. He is the grace and the mercy of being who I am. I cannot rise to any other occasion than rise when He enters into a room, but rise when He exits the room. To be elated when the Spirit of the Holy Ghost comes into the room, when I can feel the wisdom being able to work on my mind and repair its functions. I am grateful that He has given me a great power, my voice. The power of my voice has been realized. The deepness and the commandment of my voice. He has given me a voice to speak the truth, not only to you, but to myself. He had given me the wisdom to know that discernment is nothing to play with. It is a very powerful tool. That discernment allows the wisdom and the importance of that wisdom to be known. We cannot succeed in life without wisdom. We cannot expect to go to the promised land, to the New Jerusalem, to the home of the Father without wisdom, without knowing the importance of wisdom. Wisdom's importance is beyond our own understanding. For in Proverbs 3, verse 19, it says, the wisdom the Lord laid the earth. By wisdom the Lord laid the earth and its foundations. By understanding He set the heavens into place. By His knowledge He created the deepness where He divided it, and the clouds let drop the dew. He said, trust the Lord with all your heart and not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. He will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. We must remain in the presence of the Lord. Listen, my son, to the Father's instructions. Pay attention and gain understanding. I give you sound learning. Do not forsake my teaching. When I was a boy in my father's house, still tender, and the only child of my mother, he taught me and said, lay hold of my words with all your heart. Keep my commandments, and you will live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget my words or swerve from them. Do not forsake wisdom, she will protect you. Love her, and she will watch over you. Wisdom is supreme, therefore get wisdom. Though it costs all you have, get understanding. Esteem her, and she will exalt you and embrace her, and you will honor, and she will honor you. Let me say that again. Esteem her, and she will exalt you. Embrace her, and she will honor you. She will set a garland of grace on your head and present you with the crown of splendor. And the years of your life will be many. I guide you in the way of wisdom and lead you along the straight path. When you walk, your steps will not be hampered. When you run, you will not stumble. Humble shall you be. Hold on to the instruction. Do not let it go. Guard it well, for it is your life. The power of wisdom is your life. The understanding of wisdom is your life. He's telling you that you can't get nowhere without wisdom. Everybody is so busy trying to seek knowledge, but fail to want to seek wisdom, fail to want to be enlightened. Now we're in the fourth chapter of Proverbs. And he begins to tell you the dire consequences of not holding on to wisdom. But we, those who are the children of destiny, those who are the sons and daughters of the living God, the sons and daughters of Adam and Eve, already know. We have to be kept by the power of God. When we think that we know better than God, when we think that we have the future planned out, when we think that we do not need wisdom, when we are just relying on knowledge, we fail. We fail miserably. We fail because we have not understood the power he holds, the love he holds, the triumph he gives us. We will not fail when we remember wisdom's importance. We cannot and we shall not forget the grace of God. He says, do not set your foot on the path of the wicked, or walk in the way of evil men. Avoid it and do not travel on it. Turn from it and go on your way, for you cannot sleep until they do evil. For they cannot sleep until they do evil. They are robbed of slumber till they make someone fall. They cannot eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence until they do what their deed of horror is. The path of righteousness is like the first gleam of dawn, shining ever bright till the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like the deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. So let me back it up to the verse 18. The path of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, shining ever bright to the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like the deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. And I say that because I call the earth the wilderness. Because the wilderness is dark. It's filled with so many things of treacherous traps and all manners of beasts. It is dark. You have no light. You are lost and you stumble. He says, my son, pay attention to what I say. Listen closely to my words. Do not let them out of your sight. Keep them within your heart. For they are life to you, those who find them. For they are life to those who find them, and health to the man's whole body. Above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. Let's do 23 again. Above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellsprings of life. When I talk about the lovers, people seem not to understand what I mean when I said that we are dreamers, that we are lovers, that we have a path upon this earth, and being a dreamer and a lover is a very powerful gift to have. Put away perversity from your mouth. Keep corrupt talk far from your lips. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Make level the path of your feet, and take only ways that are firm. Do not swerve to the right or to the left. Keep your foot from evil. But see, I gotta go back to passage number 23. Above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. When we're looking for the well springs in Revelation, when it talks about the stream of everlasting life, we must remember that it is our heart. Our heart is immortal. Forgive me if I say that our heart is the core of our soul. Our soul is born from our heart. Our empathy and our compassion leads us among a place where we can travel and be bold and courageous and lay forth a powerful moment of peace. This is about who we are. Are we willing to settle for being less than the best? Are we willing to settle for rock bottom, to stay in the pits, to stay in the wilderness forever, to not have hope, to not have love, to not have compassion? I am afraid. I am afraid that when we move through the realm of hope, that when we move through the realm of peace, not all of us will make it. I know our nation is small. I know those who shall be found blameless in life are few. But I know that our nation will not give up until we save every soul we possibly can. And that is wisdom's importance, is to understand the battles that we can and cannot win. It is the reason why I call my living area that I surround myself in serenity, because I must understand the things I can change and the things I cannot. I must stand fast and be focused. I must rely on the power of God and the direction He takes me. See, right now in my life, there are complicated things that's going on that makes me want to give up. But the path of wisdom tells me that there is a way forward without surrendering. See, sometimes the enemy wants you to throw your hands up and surrender and say, I can take no more. I can do no more. I can be no more than who I am. But we must remember that who we are is beyond the realm of perfect. That where we stand is holy ground at all times. That when we speak with the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding of the God that is constantly speaking to us. For our God neither slumbers nor sleeps. Our God does not rob us of who we are, but makes us into something greater than what He found. I remember when my father found me. I was a child. I was a little bud, like you see on the rose bush. And I was one of the ones that was stubborn, that would refuse to open. Because I refused to open myself up to the world. Because there was so much destruction and tyranny and pain and anguish and shame that stained me. It made me believe that I could not open up and unveil myself. And the Lord came to me and rinsed me in the waters of the rain and allowed me to become clean. Then He guided the dawn in just the perfect spot to let the light of heaven glow upon me, and that allowed me to slowly open up and show the rare beauty that I was. He showed me that I had a place. He showed me that I had a reason to live. He showed me that I had a reason to stand. He showed me that I had a reason to be. I am afraid that people wouldn't understand the importance of wisdom, that they will continue to pray for these separate things instead of praying for the united prayer of wisdom. That's the only way we're going to make it. That's the only way we're going to be able to get to where we need to get to, is to pray for wisdom, to allow ourselves to be free, to be ourselves. It says, keep my commandments and you will live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget my words or swerve from them. That means he has spoken to you. He has reached deep inside the core of who you are and touched your heart. No matter what you're thinking, no matter what you believe, he has done something remarkable that no one else could do. He has given our nation a power to believe in the impossible, a power to do the impossible. It is without distinction that he is the most powerful, gracious, humble, merciful God that we have ever known. He has always allowed us the ability to grow into who we believe we are, to grow into the power of love, to grow into the power of grace, to grow into the power of faith. We're so busy trying to figure out what the purpose of our life is instead of just allowing ourselves to grow into who we're supposed to be. It says, do not set foot on the path of the wicked, but walk the way of evil men. This is what I argue with churches about. This is what I argue with pastors about, because they're so busy trying to say that all of us are saints and all of us are saved and we're all going to heaven. But there are evil out there. There is evil that sits in the church. It doesn't matter if you have consecrated that church over and over again. The power of the enemy is still against us, no matter where we travel, no matter where we stand. You look at the Catholic Church and you wonder why there was so much molestation going on with the boys. Remember the BTK killer who was a bishop inside his church? He was a deacon. And yet he was tying and killing up women. The enemy can infiltrate anywhere, any place, at any time. And that is the reason why he says, guard your heart. The reason why he says, avoid it. Do not travel on it, that road. Turn away from it. Go your own way. For they cannot sleep till they do evil. They are robbed of slumber until they make someone fall. They eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. And this is when I come back to verse 18. The path of righteousness is the first gleam of dawn, the shining of ever bright till the full light of day. And it talks about how the evil men, but the way of the wicked is like the deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. The wilderness that the Antichrist has been building, a place that he has made out to be his own, the copycat of the kingdom of heaven. Only his version, nothing lasts forever. Nothing is immortal. What he offers you has a limited time basis on it. Oh, I'll give you satisfaction, but you'll only have it for 5 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. I give you peace of mind, but you can only have it for 10 minutes. Oh, I give you the nice car, but you can only have it for 6 months or a year. I give you the nice house on the hill, but you can only have it for 3 or 4 years. I'll allow you to believe that I am your God. I'll sit and prostrate and give you what you claim that you want when you pray. Makes you believe that he actually is God, that you're praying to God. It is the reason why in Matthew God says there is one prayer. Through the Lamb he taught us that prayer is our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not from temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the glory, forever and ever. In that prayer, we're not leaking out what we desire most, because we know that our Father is a searcher of hearts and minds, that we do not have to utter unto him what we desire, because we are one with him. We are half flesh and half divine. We cannot let the flesh know what we seek from the higher source. We have to begin to go into realms that we have never been before. When we understand that we live in the importance of God. Wisdom is important. It teaches you what to say, how to say, and when to say. It teaches you when and how to move. It teaches you the graciousness of hope, the power of truth. He wants us to understand that this road is not going to be easy, but he loves us anyway. He protects us. He gives us strength. He gives us hope. I am not afraid of the Master. We are the children of destiny. We cannot be afraid to move forward. We cannot be afraid to be brave. We cannot be afraid to remember what the importance of wisdom. Wisdom is important.